going to be rehousing my two dark colourform Tarantula murinus Kigoma OBTs. It's a bit of a mouthful to say the full name, but Kigomas, let's call them Kigomas. Based on their previous behaviour, as you'll see in their current setups, very webby. There's, what's that, 3 inches of substrate here in this one, 3 inches in the deepest part, maybe 2 in the shallowest. They probably will go into shallow burrows, but going on how they've been, they've not really done that very much. They've lived pretty much in the middle of the tank, is the best way of putting it, and they create their own empire, you could say. Might just dig it up. My female OBTs dug everything up, completely changed their tank a few times. As you see, there's a bit of height there, you know, and there's a bigger piece of bark there for it to sort of start a burrow underneath. And I've deliberately not made it too much scenery or anything like that in it. Same with this one, really. Different plant at the front here. It's some kind of succulent. It's probably easier to see the bit of bark on this one. You see there's sort of some structure in the actual bottom there for them to use to go under, but I fully expect them to be webbing at the top there, really, going on how it is. I've tried to leave enough sort of open space in both these setups so that I can pretty much lift them and plonk them in, but you'll see how that goes. You know, best laid plans and all that. Obviously OBTs are quite a dry species generally. I give them a water bowl all the time, and I am expecting to just moisten these plants down, but they're not plants that need a huge amount of moisture. But yeah, I always give them a water bowl. I always water them once a week, and that's that. And, well, they've all done well, so I can't say it's not working. Okay, let's go with that. OBT number 1, there's his feet there. I can never remember which. I should label them. In fact, well, when I label them next time, I'll actually put a mark on them or a new label. One of them has always had a grumpier personality than the other, but they've webbed so much now that it's almost exactly the same. It was the one with the most web. Whether that was because it had the most web, I don't know. You've already seen this, it's all ready to go now, so let's put it in a stand and see what happens. There's a couple of things that could happen here. You could stay on all that webbing and I could dump it in there. That would be the easiest thing to do. In trying to do that, you could run up the tweezers, in which case I'm just going to have to let go. You could let me take all this out and hunker down in the bottom, like the Strasoplan Carciatum. So I'm going to go with the first option. That's how I got them in here, which is to lift this whole thing up. Yeah, he's staying on. Got the entire thing into there. Oh, that water bottle. So I do. He'll let me. Very close to him just now. I don't want that in there. Now, he would feel safer and happier if I just left that in there, I'm sure of it. Now I'm quite happy to sort of just leave that in if I need to. That was the idea of leaving enough space in this whole setup for him to spread it out a bit so he doesn't go for the water bowl. There we are. Right, so OBT number 2. Now I'm assuming because the other one went so sort of calmly and meekly that this is probably the grumpy one. It may not be. I mean, they've both molted quite a few times since the last time they were rehoused. In fact, only about 2 weeks ago, one of them. I mean, they're only a week apart anyway. It's down here right at the bottom and it's sort of under everything else, so it might not go quite the way the other one did. That's the way to start with. I'd like it if the same thing happened and it stayed on its webbing, that would be brilliant, but as I say, I'm not expecting everything to go perfectly. If I can pick it up. Right. Oh, spider stayed in the bottom. This gives me more of a choice. That's fine. I'll get the water bottle out of the way. It's threat posing at the moment. It's striking then at the tweezers, you saw that, from what you can see. And he's in a threat pose right now. Ideally, I should just let him calm down. I'm going to try and get a photograph. So I've got a couple of photos. I was going to say he's just staying in his threat pose and I was going to leave him, but he just moved then. So what I've done in the past, and I think the best thing to do with these is put the top on, let them reset, and start again. So I'm going to do that, go and grab a drink. Come back in a minute. He's really upset. Threat posing and striking, landing on his back. He's not happy at all. So I'll just do that. Come back to him in a few minutes and try and get him in there. Well, I've just come back up and he's exploring. He's not looking the happiest, he's just lost all his comfort blanket, you could call it, his webbing. He was just exploring, but he's at least reset. I'll set the camera up and see if I can open the top without him going mad again. He's threat posing in the catch cup again. Can I persuade you to climb the catch cup? Yes. Okay, so that's gone well. Now we need to get him out of the catch cup. into there. It's very loose. I've seen other people do it this way. Get it so it's extremely loose. I don't know what you'll see. You'll just see my arm, but get it so it's extremely loose, and you can undo it the rest of the way. No tweezers. It should just drop off. And we have a spider. Right about within. I think this is the grumpy one. Look at it. Although you'd be grumpy if you just had your house ripped apart. Sort of fast and jumpy, isn't like me with the light on. That's probably what it is. Yeah, so we're in. Second OBT game. Well, I actually felt a bit sorry for this one without all its stuff compared to the other one, so I'm just going to stick it in. I think happy OBT is better than a non-happy OBT, isn't it? Let's face it. And the other one's got all its webbing. I was thinking it'll be great because it'll start again and I'll get to see how it starts again, but since it's already since it's already a grumpy OBT, I think if I can do this and it helps to lessen the grumpiness, then I'll do that. So this is them after about 3 weeks. They're often out and about, these two, and yeah, probably my most confident of all my OBTs, I'd say these two. So this one's got rather a large roach. I actually fed him 2 days ago and it hid, so he's tracked it down and decided to eat it after all. Yeah, I don't regret putting their webbing in actually, because they've, as you can see, they've turned it into a middle section of their containers, and they're just, yeah, they're quite happy about it really.
Thanks for watching for today, and we'll see you in the next upload of Tarantula Rambling.
Yay!